Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm your GoLocal Live host, Rachel Nunes. We got a very full show today. Lots of great people to talk to. Here with us first is Melissa Moschitto. She's here with the Providence Fringe Festival. Her play will be debuting this evening, correct?
That's right.
So,
opening night.
Welcome.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you very much.
And so you've written and directed this play, Artemisia's Intent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, first, I just want to say I'm thrilled to be back in Providence. I started my career here as an intern at Trinity Rep 14 years ago, so I've been having fun today and yesterday, sort of rediscovering the city.
Coming full circle.
Yeah, totally. And I'm just excited to be back in New England. I'm from Massachusetts originally, so thrilled that my family is going to be coming down tonight and tomorrow to see the show. So I'm here from New York City. I have a theater company called The Anthropologists. We are celebrating our 10th year. And what we do is we create devised theater that's research-based. So as an ensemble, we will research a certain topic or historical event or figure and pull together cultural artifacts, text, all kinds of things depending on the show, and from there build a show. So this is a solo show, but it was created by a team of 5 women. And then I took all of the content we created in rehearsal and research and other writings and synthesized it into the script, and it's being performed by Mariah Frida, who's absolutely fabulous. I'm saying that in the least biased way that I can, a Boston University grad, so we're extra excited to be back in the area.
So definitely lots of local roots, which is really great to pull all that great talent back into New England.
And we're just so thrilled to be here. This is the 5th annual Providence Fringe Festival, and last night we were at opening night. We have our opening performance tonight at 8:30 p.m. and we also have one more show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Wilbury Theater Group, which is a new space, which is so exciting. It's a beautiful new black box theater. It's at 40 Sonoma Court in the Olneyville section. So
great.
We're thrilled.
Great. And so tell us a little bit about the play. You said you start with an idea and you go from there. Where did this play come from?
So back at the beginning of 2017, I had heard about this artist named Artemisia Gentileschi, an Italian artist from the 17th century, and I was just kind of shocked that I had never heard of her before. She was having a major exhibition in Rome, in Italy. So first I tried to convince Mariah Frida, the performer and co-collaborator, I tried to convince her to go to Italy with me. That didn't happen, but instead we began this journey looking at her, at Artemisia's phenomenal paintings and wondering why we had never heard of her or really seen her work. And at the same time we were learning about her personal life, which in a very rare circumstance, part of her life is preserved in trial testimony from 1612. So this was a court case that involved her father, but also a tutor that was mentoring her who assaulted her. And this was the centerpiece of this trial in 1612, and remarkably, that testimony still exists and has been translated into English from Italian. So we're really indebted to the scholars that have studied her. And we also, we use text from the trial testimony, and we use texts from letters that she wrote to her patrons. And I think we were all just sort of stunned by how much her words resonate today. So we're really kind of drawing this connection between what's been happening in 2017, 2018 in the arts and entertainment world, drawing a line back to 1612 and even back to biblical times, the subjects of so many of her paintings.
It sounds really fascinating, and it's interesting that there's so much there to look at. You know, you don't usually see a lot of female artists from that time period, or even more recently. It's not
true.
as common.
And there's only a few paintings of hers that are in the United States. The closest one to us is in Hartford, Connecticut. Highly recommend a trip because it's amazing. And then, you know, just recently, maybe a month ago, the National Gallery in London purchased a newly discovered self-portrait by Artemisia for £3.6 million. And it was the first piece of art they had purchased by a woman artist since the 1990s or something. So that's a huge precedent, but it also points to something very important, which is representation for women in the arts. And so I feel really fortunate that we've been a women-led theater company for 10 years, doing a lot of work to bring women's stories to the stage, and we're just really excited to share Artemisia with Providence. So if you see our postcard around town, Artemisia's saying hi to you. She wants you to come to her studio, so please join us tonight at 8:30 and tomorrow at 7 p.m. And Great. It's only $10.
It's only, and can you buy tickets online, buy them at the door?
So all of the tickets for all the Fringe events are available only at the door, cash preferred, although depending on the artist, they're accepting cards. And we're just in really, really fantastic company. So there are a bunch of venues around the city. That's our task later today before we go to our technical rehearsal, is to check out the Waterfire Arts Center and look at all the other places that are just going to be filled with amazing artists for this whole week.
And tell us just a little bit more about the Fringe Festival. It's to highlight different types of art. And
yeah, it really runs the gamut. The Fringe festivals have a long and rich history, so it's exciting that Providence has embraced that. And it's both for artists to get new work out. This play in particular was born at the Frigid Festival, which is in New York City, and part of a really phenomenal circuit of fringes all over the US and Canada. I think there's another Frigid artist who is here at Providence Fringe as well. So it's about people, artists taking risks, trying new things, being experimental. So there's a lot of local, Rhode Island artists. We met a whole bunch of people from Portland, Maine, and there are other artists from New York City and kind of all around. So Providence Fringe is amazing in that all of the ticket sales go to the artists. So any ticket sales, for us, that's amazing in terms of helping us to cover the costs of driving to Providence and staying here. And it's just so important to recognize that, artists are putting themselves out there, making work, and deserve to be compensated for that. So Providence Fringe is where it's at. We're really excited.
What a great way to experience something new and support local and national artists as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, best of luck. I'm sorry, break a leg.
Yes. Thank you. Well, we've been saying break a frame, although I don't want to because there's lots of frames in this show.
Well, break a frame this evening, and it's $10, and where did you say it was?
It's at the Wilbury Theater Group, which is a beautiful new space on 40 Sonoma Court. There's plenty of parking, and there's a show before us tonight and a show after us tomorrow night. But please come and check out Artemisia's Intent.
All right, be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for joining us today, Melissa. We really appreciate it, and we will be right back with our next guest right here on GoLocal Live.